Hello, this is Warspite, also Warspite the Wargamer, celebrating a personal milestone. I have passed 100,000 views here on YouTube. Never expected to get there. I named myself after the warship, veteran of both World War One and World War Two, HMS Warspite, and you can see her here in her Spanish Civil War neutrality patrol colours, probably painted about 1938. Superb vessel, bit of a tough old slogger, which probably just about fits in with me as well. So, I'm a long time wargamer, been at it more years than I care to remember, and hope to keep trucking for a little while longer. My personal interests cover a large area, as you can see from my avatar photo here. Everything from ancient to modern and a little bit of science fiction. Particular interests are the so-called Wars of the Roses. That's the Earl of Salisbury's unit up there. HMS Hood and some swordfish in the foreground. Tiger and Sherman reflect my interests in Normandy Bocage, where my father fought in the Second World War. And over the back there you can see some Wings of Glory aeroplanes, an albatross and a camel. And yes, I've been air wargaming for a very, very long time. I always have a few films in the planning stage. I can tell you that somewhere along the line you'll be getting a video documentary about the town walls of King's Lynn. Yes, we actually have some here. Big magnificent gate is seen by many, but what you don't know is if you creep around the back there is a very interesting set of 14th to maybe 15th century town walls, which show how a municipal authority can basically cobble a town wall together using ballast blocks out of passing ships. Also in the planning stage is a visitor's eye view of the Muckleborough military vehicle collection at Weybourne in North Norfolk. It's established in an old artillery camp from World War One and World War Two, but it now houses a fascinating collection of World War II and later tanks, self-propelled guns, armoured fighting vehicles. Something else I've been planning, or shall I say threatening to do for some time, is a history of air wargaming in Britain. While not as popular as land war games or naval war games, I was in the cutting edge circa 1971, 72, 73, and here we have a 1975 war game with me at the back. I'm the one wearing the Iron Cross, and I still had some hair in those days. I'm pictured here with members of Harold Wood Wargamers. We were based out of a scout hall in Harold Wood near Romford, London Borough of Havering. And here we're pictured on a club visit to another club where we're introducing them to the details of wargaming with Airfix or Revell 172 scale models perched on 3-foot high dowel rods. A series of cardboard turning circles allowed us to move the aircraft around and replicate manoeuvrability, and the poles allowed us to replicate diving and climbing. While I had been wargaming for years, and even got a couple of flights in a World War II PBY Catalina, it was only 2 or 3 years ago I finally managed to get up in a biplane, this being a single engine 2-seat Tiger Moth. The real thing isn't at all like you see in the movies, particularly the scene in the film Red Baron where one of the pilots starts playing a harmonica or mouth organ and everyone else can hear it. In practice you can't hear anything. You could let off a gun in that cockpit, I wouldn't have heard it. Loud, noisy, windy and great fun. Perhaps loud, noisy, windy and great fun should be the name of my biography. So to wrap up, I'd like to thank my 650 plus subscribers. Thank the people who've made 100,000 views on my channel. And I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing, and I will try to keep up the output of diverse but hopefully interesting subjects. So this is Warspite out, and have a very, very good day.